What's up, guys? Welcome into another Browns film room. This week, we're talking about Isaiah McGuire, the fourth-round pick edge rusher out of Missouri. Welcome in. I'm Jacob, your host for today's festivities. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining us. Please hit that subscribe button down below. Give a thumbs up to this video. It will help us out a ton. We're brought to you by our friends over at Homage Apparel. I got the NFL Jam, Myles Garrett, Nick Chubb. Two players that are currently not at OTAs and creating quite a buzz on the internet because of it. But listen, Homage, softest, best apparel company in the business. Go check them out. Get yourself ready for Browns training camp that's coming up very, very soon. We've got OTAs. We're seeing Elijah Moore. We're seing all these guys getting really excited, getting the juices pumping. I'm so excited about it. So check our friends out over there if you want to make some money betting, being a sports better like I like to dabble in, do it with a local company and check out our friends at BetJack. You can find Homage links and BetJack links down in the description down below. One last thing before we jump into this, if you want to get early access to this video, our film room videos come out early, some other videos that will be coming up, as well as exclusive Q&As, some awesome emotes, and to support the channel just overall, you can hit that join button down next to the subscribe button for $2.99 a month and help our channel out a ton. All right, guys, I'm really excited. This is what I was looking forward to. If you guys follow me and you've watched some of my draft videos coming up until now, and you watch the live streams we did for the draft, you would know I'm very high on Isaiah McGuire. I wanted him there at pick 74. He ends up falling to the second of their fourth round picks, which their fourth round was like this crazy, like, combination of DeJuan Jones, who I thought was a first-round talent, borderline first-round, kind of second-round talent guy, and Isaiah McGuire, who I thought they should take at 74, and both of these guys kind of fall into the fourth-round range, and they get to take these really talented players with a ton of tremendous amount of upside. So we did DeJuan Jones last week. We also did Siaki Ika and Cedric Tillman already. If you haven't checked those videos out, go check them out. Isaiah McGuire. So we're going to jump into the tape in just a second, watch some of these, some clips I have meshed up for you guys tonight. Here's the thing about Isaiah McGuire. When you watch him, you're going to see a guy that's very raw. You're going to see a guy that's not got a plethora of pass rush moves. He mainly goes, sometimes he has like this little swim move, rip move when he tries to duck inside. Sometimes he tries to use his athleticism to just get past them. And more often than not, it's the bull rush. He really needs to develop an overall plan. Because when his first move doesn't work, it doesn't happen very often for Isaiah McGuire. But when you watch this guy on tape, you see a dude, you're like, listen, he's got raw athleticism and strength for days. If he could just figure out what to do with his hands and add a couple of pass rush moves, this dude could be a really nice contributor in the NFL. And I think he is in the right place where he doesn't have to play a ton, especially after Zadarius Smith. He can kind of develop, and he gets to work with Jim Schwartz, who I think could help develop him into a pretty good player. So you're going to see a guy that he has some fluidity in his hips, some bend around the edge, and he uses a combination of his strength and athleticism to go around and through players. So I'd like to see some more swim moves, a spin move, and maybe some rip moves, and just some shooting of the gap. But I think he's a good run defender. I think he has all the tools, and I think you just have to kind of put it all together. He doesn't know what to do with his hands. I've said that. He doesn't know what to do with his hands very often, but when he does, and he keeps offensive linemen out of his body, and he can really use his strength, length, and speed, it turns into some pretty good reps. So I think Isaiah McGuire, give him a little bit of time, I think you guys will really grow to like him. So let's jump into Isaiah McGuire's film here. Let's get it up here on the screen for y'all. All right. I'm sorry. No Barking Browns this week. So it's the first time I'm podcasting this week. It's really weird to not be podcasting until Thursday night for me. Well, I guess I did podcast on Sunday for the Guardians, but not talk about the Browns until Sunday. It's like until Thursday. It's kind of weird for me. All right. So we're going to start with Isaiah McGuire here on the top. Game against Will Levis and the Kentucky Wildcats. See him on the top here. Here's an example of his strength in his motor. One thing that Isaiah McGuire is going to show you a ton of is a good motor. Now, he doesn't get to the play here. But what you're seeing is kind of what I've been talking about, where he kind of goes around there, kind of bends around the edge, has that fluidity in his hips, and he just powers through with his strength. And then you'll see him kind of spin there at the end there real quick and try to get back to Will Levis, although the ball is out in time. But you see just a situation where you're getting pressure, speed up the quarterback, don't allow him to feel confident and stand strong in the pocket. Speed up what's going on here, and you'll just see him. You'll see him. He comes and he kind of bends around this edge a little bit. Just power through, spin back, get up there. Really good motor. That's what I like a ton about him. He's going to be on the top again. Here's a situation where I think this is really kind of weird the way they play him. There's a lot of times where they think because he is a bigger, stronger, powerful rusher that they leave him unblocked as kind of like, we're going to run away from him. We're going to move the pocket. We're going to do this thing. He doesn't have the speed or the athleticism to actually make an impact from the backside. And he does. And in this situation, they hesitate. They don't go at him. And eventually he tries, the tackle looks in the inside. And then at the last second thinks, oh, I can get out there and get a hand on Isaiah McGuire and redirect him. And it doesn't work out. And we'll see this play from the other side. But watch, he'll try to get him right about here, and he lunges, can't get him. He's more. You look at him, and you see that his best aspect is his bull rush, his strength. But he, let me pull this up for you real quick because I think it was in the high 8s. I wanted to say it, but it's always interesting. The Browns have kind of this type in terms of the guys that like their relative athletic score, and Isaiah McGuire ends up, with a 9.53 relative athletic score. And you're looking at a very strong, powerful player, but you're looking at a dude that has really, really good athleticism. And he didn't do the bench. That's the interesting thing there. But, he moves really well. He's really explosive. I think he can work better. One thing is timing the snaps, because I think he's a little late off the line sometimes. But when he does get a jump, like plays like that, and when he's chasing down these backside runs, you can really see the athleticism pop. I like him as a stand-up rusher here. Just a bull rush, duck inside, hit the quarterback. He's just going to push him back. And then he does this little where he shoots the gap, he ducks in. This is what it looks like when he uses his hands properly. This is what you see when you're like, oh, okay, so that's what you mean he doesn't use his hands. Yeah, when he uses his hands, you see plays like this. He's just a really raw player, but I think he just has tremendous upside. See him get into the body, use your hands, push him away, just sideswipe him, push him away. Get your hands out there, put your hands on there, use them. This is just an effort play by him. He ends up forcing a quick pass. We'll see it a little bit better from this background here. But you're going to see him he's going to engage. He's going to use his hands. He's going to use his power. And he's going to bend around. And he's going to just keep going. And I love it. I think his motor is one of my favorite things. So you get him. You kind of try to just – it's one of those things where you see him, they kind of go a little high on him. It was kind of some technique issues there from the left tackle, but he's too strong and too athletic to not go at him. If you let Isaiah McGuire go at you, get his hands on you, power and bend around you, this is what you're going to see. You're going to see more plays like that. Just push, power rush, just push him into his face. Again, push. Gets his hand on him. Might have been the same play. Did I just put the same play in there? I think I put the same play in there. I'm sorry. I think I just put it in there twice. There he goes. Bend around the edge. That's what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. He's going to come in this play. Let's get past here. You're going to see him. That's the fluidity in the hips where he's driving through, using that power, but using that combination of power and athleticism and the wiggle that he has in his hips. It's all about consistency with him. You're seeing reps like this across his 3 years at Missouri, especially these last 2 years, both over 7 sacks. You're looking at this guy that he's got some of these just amazing reps where he bends it at the hips. He's not Myles Garrett level bendy, but we know that he's got some twitched. He's not twitched all the way up, or he'd be higher than a 4th round pick. But you're looking at a guy with a good blend, and when he puts it together, you see plays like this. Push, 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 bend, and down you go. Yeah. Give him a little bit of time. He'll get in there. Around the edge, bend, grab, throw to the ground. See him up here. And there it is again. There it is again. He does this move. You see it especially highlighted here, but he ducks under the guy here. And that's what I really like about him as a stand-up rusher. I think when he gets those opportunities as stand-up rushers, when you can really see the athleticism blossom. But you're going to see him come around, bend, duck, power through, and it's his skill set. This is a play that just shows his skill set in motion. And just duck, bend, duck around, get under the hands, keep the hands out of your body, keep them from controlling you. You'll see it again here from the end zone view. I really like the end zone views when you're looking at offensive and defensive linemen. But you can see he's going to go wide around, and he's just going to bend around the edge there. See, what I really like in this play, this is something you see on his tape a lot, especially in the SEC, both the SEC, and then there's I watched the Kansas State game too. You see a lot of these zone reads with these athletic running quarterbacks, and you put him in a position here where he needs to kind of play the zone read. Is the quarterback going to pull it and go this way? Is the running back going to keep it and go the way that they're motioning? And you see him here, he like breaks down at his base and kind of shuffles so that he's ready to go. He's shuffling to the left because that's where the play appears to be his left, but the play appears to be going to the right side of the offensive line. And he plays it really well here because though he might not make if the quarterback had held on to it, I don't know if he's got the athleticism to then change direction and go get him. But in this case, he breaks down, plays assignment-driven football, something we didn't see a ton, especially on the backside of defensive lines last year in Cleveland. You see him do this. He breaks it down. He's ready to go right, hit to his right if the quarterback keeps it, ready to go to the left. And he ends up making the play here for what was it? Probably back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a half a yard loss. But it's really good. You'll watch him. He gets in this open field here, and he'll just look at him, just shuffling. And then he's like, okay. He was in line with the quarterback, had the quarterback kept it on that play. Here's just another effort. Just he misses here. And again, the consistency and finishing is some of the biggest issues I have when I watch his tape. But you can just see him. He's using his hands. He's hand fighting. He's swiping through people. He's shooting the gap. The guys aren't getting clean hits on him, and he's able to bat away their hands and use their speed and athleticism to get around there. Again, shuffle, play down the line, couple yard gain, made sure he kept his assignment, kept on the quarterback to make sure if the quarterback pulls, and now he's able to accelerate. He takes a good angle, has a good football IQ, watches the play develop in front of him, makes the play. Here's a situation where I was trying to tell you guys, they'll leave him unblocked and think that he can't come from that backside all the way over here where he's all the way out in that wide nine type situation that Jim Schwartz loves. And they're going to leave him unblocked so they can try to deal with what's the traffic in the middle, but he has the skill set to chase it down. And there's a selfish plug for the guard life that I did not edit out of the video because you know what? I suck sometimes. On the left side of the line, you're going to see him just power through it, come hit the quarterback as he gets rid of the ball there. I don't know why I did that. Just an example of getting pressure. Just power through, bend around the edge, play through it, use athleticism, a combination of the athleticism and strength. He's just a toolsy player. And there's a situation where he's able to duck, use his hands, push away, get through there. And of course, he gets an assist from the other defensive end, but he's there to do the cleanup work and make sure that quarterback isn't able to bail that way. And I knew he's kind of hit into him, but you see the bend and the pull and that sort of thing. Well, guys, that is it for the film study this week as we have Isaiah McGuire. No Barking Browns again for me next week. I will be on vacation. So I will be living it up. I will probably do the film room next week, but it'll probably be later once I get home. So it probably won't be on Thursday or Friday. It'll probably be next weekend. But thank you guys so much for spending some time with me again today. The most valuable thing you can give somebody is some of your time. So thanks so much for giving some of yours to us. Please hit that subscribe button, that thumbs up, share us on Twitter, Facebook, tell your friends, even if it's just to make fun of me. I'm okay with that. This is Jake for Network 216. Go Browns.